So, good morning, my friends. I just finished getting a few steps in. I'm not pushing it too much. I'm trying to be active, but not really exercising. Like, I'm not doing squats or any of that stuff. I'm still taking it a little bit easy, just because I pushed it a little bit too much over the weekend, and I've been more sore as a result, I think. So, I'm working on that. Good morning.
Good morning.
But like I said in my other video, I think it was yesterday, I am doing really well on my diet. Last night I had steak and rice and green beans. That was pretty tasty. I mean, I say steak, I had beef. Like, I took one of those months ago, one of those big roasts you get at the grocery store. You know, they're like, I don't know, big roasts. It was like 4 or 5, 6 pounds, something like that. Or maybe it's, I don't know. I bought a few of them, but either way, they were never more than 10 pounds. But yeah, they're usually between like 4 and 6 pounds, the roasts that I got. But I cut them into, I don't know, steaks, I guess. I don't know what constitutes a steak. I don't know the specific cut of meat, so that's why I'm kind of hedging my bets here with what I'm saying. Either way, I cut my own steaks, and obviously there's a big difference between if you know how to butcher meat and you don't. I don't. I know, get rid of the silver skin, leave a little bit of fat, but yeah, I know how to cook meat better than I know how to butcher meat. But either way, it's cheaper than buying steaks, so I try to make my own. And since I'm not super picky because I know how to treat and work with it with cooking to make it taste good without adding a bunch of calories, I'm not too worried, right? Like, you'd be surprised what just getting your steak to room temperature before cooking it and just using salt and pepper will do for you. But anyhow, I try to use less butter and more olive oil now as well when I'm cooking steaks, although steak with butter is sometimes just hits the spot. So that's what I did last night. But green beans and then some white rice. I stopped. So I made more than what I could eat. And instead of trying to, more than what I should eat. I could have continued, my stomach's big enough, I could have continued and eaten all of it, but because I made more, I did something yesterday I was really proud of. I stopped myself from continuing to eat the rest of it, even though I really would have loved to. Morning! I wouldn't have been able to do that a couple years ago. So exerting self-control and willpower to stop emotional eating or binge eating. Anyhow, I'm proud of myself for that, because that's a sign of growth. Yeah, today being one of those days where it's more difficult to get motivation going, I like to be able to look at things like that and say, hey, look at how far I've come, and it helps to give me strength for continuing to improve, because oftentimes it feels the same way it feels like when you look at the scale, where the number doesn't really change, or it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and it's very disheartening. It's really easy to feel defeated, and I just have to look back a couple of years and see how far I've come. And it helps give me strength to keep going, even though today is one of those days where I'd rather not. Because today's one of those days where I'd rather just eat a bunch of super tasty food, you know, make a bunch of stuff that's not healthy for me, and or you know, buy a bunch of sugar. Yeah. Either way, I have a soda stream, so I can make a flavorful drink that's 0 calories. I have the ability to make what tastes like a milkshake using root beer mix that's 0 calories, and the only calories are from the milk. I have healthier alternatives that I put in place for myself, so that way on days like this I can still improve whilst cheating, I guess. Although there's not really any cheating, because again, I don't set hard and fast rules for myself along those lines for the most part. Obviously, if you're trying to diet and lose weight, then alcohol, for instance, right? Like, that's a no-brainer. Alcohol is in no way, shape, or form a benefit. Not physiologically, health-wise, right? Because it dehydrates you. It takes it extracts water from your muscles. So, like, obviously, if you're trying to lose weight and put on muscle mass, that's going to be a net negative, right? But so obviously stuff like that, right, where I either completely avoid or extremely rarely, right? So every now and then I'll have a drink at karaoke or something like that, but it's one of those things that I don't miss very much in my life. And I had my early 20s. You know, I don't need to sow wild oats and go down that road again, especially because that's a young person's game, and I'm getting older. You know, I'm going to be 39 this year, and you can't just wake up the next day and go about your business as if nothing happened, right? You take a couple days to get back up to speed. So there's more crunchy leaves. We're gonna pay attention and look for some positive things today. And crunchy leaves are a positive thing. So I'm finding it tough to be motivated, but I'm thankful that I put things in place when I was feeling motivated, so that way today I can be more successful than I otherwise would be. Thank you so much for your time this morning and for hanging out with me. I'm on a journey, I'm on a mission, getting better than I was, and it's a daily thing, which is why even on days when I don't want to or feel like it at all, I still record a video and put it up, because I want to share a thought, I want to share a moment, and I want you to see that it's not always just happy hitting a successful goal. It's not always, you know, great milestone achievements. There's rough days, and you got to fight through them. And the way you fight through them with success is putting stuff in place for yourself to be successful. But anyhow, I'll catch you on the next one, and thanks for hanging out with me.